There is no doubt that we've had the most protagonists of all time in the world of FNAF. But have we ever looked inside our ever so shrinking minds and asked ourselves, which of these protagonists is truly superior? Well, you probably have, but let me stop you there, because this video is objectively correct and factual, so jump in fully knowing this is the absolute truth. The psychiatry patients we call protagonists are quite a few. We have Michael Afton, Jeremy Fitzgerald, Garrett Evan the Crying Child, if he even had enough brain power for these nightmares, William Afton, Vanessa, Gregory, Cassie. Now for the sake of variety, I will refute any claims that some of them never were protagonists. However, I will fight the good fight for you, my esteemed soldier, by calling a sudden elimination round from the start. We have to weed out the weak, otherwise our results will be rigged by bias. The first sacrifice is George Eliot, since he is unlikely to be protagonist, but even assuming he is, that just means his game was about him cowering in fear both in life and death, which is an immediate disqualification. Into the mines with him. Next on the sex offender list, Vanessa. This one should be quite straightforward. Her protagonist arc is being taken over by a Chinese software and submitting her wallet to her earthly obsessions. The final elimination in this round is Sir William Afton. Normally Mr. Afton would be the automatic winner for his healthy work ethic, his upstanding morals, and his contributions to the issue of overpopulation. However, his time as protagonist has been snatched from him by exchanging it with an endless session of CBT without his consent. Our current runners left in this horse race are Michael Afton, Jeremy Fitzgerald, Gregory, Cassie. Now with the weakest discriminately eliminated, we can proceed to systematic elimination through comparison. Michael's argument is quite solid. For Five Nights at Freddy's was truly where he wanted to be. Spending an entire week in the first game is enough to argue for him on this round. Cassie's reason is also valid. She ventures into the depths of the hollow earth, avoiding and outsmarting all the dangers on her way to rescue a friend whom she thought was trapped in the catacombs. However, through my in-depth research for this video, I have come across a discovery in a thesis written by the gamers and the Sigma communities respectively. And that discovery was woman equal bad, which falls in line to how Cassie was duped by two entities at once into doing their bidding. There has yet to be any agreement in the wider online community about the thesis, so I would take it with a grain of salt. But that still means disqualification for Cassie under grounds of suspicion. Now Jeremy Fitzgerald will have to follow Cassie immediately in this next round, but it wouldn't be right not to highlight his bravery for a character with no real ties to any of the plot, that still spends 6 entire nights at the arguably most chaotic location. And if he is truly the bite of 87, then that means he didn't have it during his protagonist streak, but also lived through it. You deserve respect, Mr. Fitzgerald. The final round. This round is lost only by a hair. Gregory, some 12-year-old boy, just comes into a giant mall, causes absolute mayhem and destruction, and just leaving. It's absolutely unbeatable. Now I know what you must be thinking. I read that Gregory was like 15 or something. And to that I say that I have uncovered an audio file unused in the game that proves he is in fact 12. Please, have a listen.
Freddy, I'm 12.
Now back to our showdown. Gregory should not lose under these circumstances. However, I'd like to point out that Gregory was a whiny little bitch, giving Michael's complete silence during the gameplay sections a moment to shine, as it is his winning strategy against all the previous contestants. I'd also like to point out Michael's duality of his Jimmy McGill side and his Saul Goodman side. He followed the simp path of the voice he heard. However, he went on to become a Sigma, grinding for his goals and heeding no care for anything stopping him from his powerful mindset. The winner is Michael Afton, the silent protagonist. If you thought this video was terrible and deserved to be used in court against me, then consider subscribing to gather more ammo for your lawsuit. I assure you that I could help you more in your crusade.